Howdy everyone, just wanted to do another indoor video. Unfortunately we've got a lot of snow here in the Rocky Mountains and impossible to do shooting videos right now, but this is the latest gun show find I have. It's a I.B.M. M1 carbine, or carbine if you prefer. This one was high on my lost list for a long time, and I finally found it at a reasonable price, and it took me about 2 years to find one that I thought was reasonably priced, because they are kind of spendy. But I threw the guy an offer on this one and he accepted it with just hardly a blink of the eye, so it came home with me, and I had to explain to the wife why another expensive military surplus came my way. This one has an M4 bayonet on it. It has some pouches and whatnot with it, so let me grab it. Let's take a closer look at it, and I'll explain to you what I know about them. I'm by no means an expert on them, but let's have some fun with it, looking at it anyway. Now the bayonet on it is an M4. We'll go ahead and it's removed by these two spring catches, one on each side. They're simply pinched. If I can do it around the camera here without bumping it, and off it slips. It's a Camillus bayonet. The marking is, if we can make it out there, lighting's not the greatest in here today, cloudy day, but it says M4 Camillus on it. Leather handled, very dark and oily. Some of the parkerizing remains, but for the price, can't go wrong with it. Also came with this M8A1 sheath, probably Vietnam era, on the frog, and then the sheath itself was replaced by this aftermarket plastic one. I'll probably be trying to searching out for an M8. It's marked TWB, if that'll focus up for us. The Working Blind is what that stood for. It was the Philadelphia Working Company, I believe, originally, and then they changed to TWB later on in the late 60s, or right around 1969, 1970. Still fits the bayonet and is a correct bayonet for it. The bayonet itself, probably 1944-ish production with the leather grips on it. So let's take a look at the rifle though. Reproduction sling on it, but it's a nice reproduction sling. Fit well with the oiler. Oiler is marked IS for, I believe, International Silver. And as we just start our up and down on a couple of rack marks on the stock there, an overstamped rack mark. It's 111 and then 509 also, and another mark on the bottom of the stock, C1. Not sure what all those markings mean, but the stock is unmarked. It is a later production stock. It's it's a low wood stock, as we can see. So this was done probably when it was re-arsenaled at some point in its life, as is the rear sight was redone at some point, and of course the bayonet lug was added at some point. However, the rest of the rifle remains pretty true to its original builder. Again, it's been safety checked, so we're all okay there. And we can see the flaming bomb and the maker, I.B.M. company, or corporation rather, and the date right underneath that, 10 of 43. And it's got a 4 rivet upper handguard. The rest of this gun is pretty much I.B.M. manufacture, including even the magazine. It has the original safety. They switched the safeties. This is the push button safety. They switched those naturally to a switch type safety. Just be a lever here, because this being right next to the magazine release, you can see where it might present a problem. The magazine appears to be an I.B.M. magazine. They had a B as their mark. Most of the parts, with the exception for the bayonet lug, which was added later, has KI as a marking on it. But the rest of the the rest of the parts on the gun do have some sort of B in their markings. And the reason I was able to get this at a reasonable price was it was not functioning when I got it. The gas port was not functioning correctly. Someone had taken a pair of vice grips and screwed the gas nut out. They are staked into place. But a $15 part later, and a good cleaning to free up the piston, and it seems to be functioning perfectly. Look at that rotating bolt. I love that. There's the lock back. Pull it back. That's the little slide lock there. Looks like it may have carried at one time. Probably won't show up, but there's some circular indentations on the stock from probably having the pouch, or rather the ammo pouch on it. I.B.M. butt plate, unmarked, but you can tell by the pattern marking. It takes a little bit of research, but you can tell where they came from. Now the mag pouches also came with 2 of them. This is a belt type, original, probably Vietnam era. You can tell it has just the 2 belt loops on it. Nice US marking. Some of the markings are unreadable. And then it came with also the type that would have been carried on the stock, which was originally intended for a belt. And that's what that snap there, which was snapped onto the belt, is what causes marring on the stock. Also have a second magazine. This, I believe, is a Korean magazine marked PW, and it does have the bolt hold open, as the M1s do not hold open in any other way. Of course, when you remove the magazine, then it's going to slam shut, but at least to let you know when you're empty. Anyway, there's my lucky find of a rifle I've been dreaming about owning for several years now, and just got lucky enough to purchase this one at the local gun show. So hope you enjoy that, and don't forget to keep looking for your favorite guns, even though you may think they're out of range. Next on the list maybe is its big brother, the M1 Garand. We're going to save up our pennies for that and maybe try a CMP version, but that's going to be in the future a while. But thanks for watching.